Hello everyone, can everyone see me? I'm having difficulty with my computer, so I'm on my phone.
Du bist stumm, Schatz.
Am I stumm? Can I hear me? Can everyone hear me? I'm having problems with my laptop, so I'm using my phone. So let's just get here and see. Okay, great. Thank you. Hi, Janine. Hi, everyone. How you doing? Hi, Mia. I got a little stressed there for a couple of minutes. Hi, Sandy, because my laptop wouldn't come on with my laptop. So I'm just going to wait a couple of minutes to see who all appears. Hope everyone's doing well.
Hörst du die?
No, Gerhard, you don't hear anybody. Nobody's talking. It's comment. Yes, and it's funny. I tried to get on here and went into a panic because I couldn't get it right on my laptop, but I'm finally here after 3 years. Thank you, Sandy. Yes, you were hearing Gerhard in the background. He was wondering why I couldn't hear anyone talking, and I tried to explain to him we're on chat. You're all on chat. We have to see it on chat. That's why you heard a man talking. It's not a spirit, Janine. It was Gerhard. Great. I'm just going to give it a couple more minutes to see who comes, and then I'm just going to share my information. Yes. Janine, it was him. We had a lot of thunder and lightning here earlier, so I actually hooked up my computer to make sure, my phone to make sure that nothing goes out on this live stream. I'm going to give it like maybe another minute. I know some people are out for the lockdown, so a lot of people are out enjoying their private lives. So I'm just going to give it a couple more minutes, and I welcome you all for coming today. So let's see. Today I'm going to talk about prayer and meditation. I'm going to share with you some of my techniques that I use during prayer and meditation. Not just to connect with spirit, but also just to connect with myself, to heal myself, to go within and heal. And the next week I will be talking about crystals and various crystals that I use to heal with. And then the following week we'll be doing Tibetan bowls. So I will share with you bowls and some techniques that I use with the bowls. And then the last week we'll be talking about tuning forks and using those for vibrations. Hi, Kat. How you doing? Welcome. Nice to see you. I am using the Blue Yeti X, Sandy. I don't have my microphone inside on my ears, so I can't exactly hear how I sound. It's connected to my phone, so this is what I'm using today. I'm using the Yeti X Pro. We accidentally have, how many microphones we have? 5. I accidentally placed a double order on the German Amazon and on the American Amazon, so we ended up with 5 microphones. So yeah, we have a lot of microphones. Well, I don't want to keep everybody waiting too long, and I really appreciate that you took your time to come. And if you would like to share this out to your groups, you can share this out. Not really sure how it goes, but I think you can share it. So I'm just going to share. Most of you already know who I am. We've worked together with spiritual work before. Most everybody here is either a healer or worked with spirit work. So most likely I'm going to just share how I connect and how I blend with myself with healing techniques, and also allowing my ancestors to come and join me for my healing that I use. So I like to first talk about, let me get a little comfortable here. I like to talk about prayer. I always use prayer before I go into meditation. I always use prayer first. There are many different ways that you can pray. Some people like to chant. Sometimes I do chant, but I pray. And what I do is I'm very specific about how I pray. In the morning, I will pray and send out blessings to the universe, to the earth, to the spirits, to Holy Divine God, and I pray for other people. That's how I pray in the morning. And usually with this prayer, I will, before I get up out of bed, I will lay in the bed and I will say my prayer. I will say my prayer, and I will usually thank first the universe first for allowing me to be awake. So I thank the universe, and then I will, before I pray for myself, I will always surrender and pray for other people. So I pray also for the animals, for the other species. I pray for the plants. I pray for the earth. I pray for everyone. And then I will go usually down a list of people that I know that needs a prayer, that maybe asked me the day before to pray for them. And then I'll pray for everyone. And then I will pray for myself. And then I will ask the universe to come and blend the energies of the universe and of my ancestors while I'm laying in bed, and come and I will send out a prayer for myself. Let's say I want to send out a prayer just to have a great day, or to receive messages from the spirit world while I'm praying. And when this happens, usually it's the strongest for me when I am laying in the bed, flat in the bed. And then I will usually, my body will start vibrating. So if you do this, you will start vibrating. It's just a prayer. I usually pray between 5 to 10 minutes, and then I will allow myself to just surrender into the prayer and allow my ancestors and the spirit world, if needed, or just the universal energies to come and blend with my body. And that's how I pray. There are some times that I do decide, oh, thank you, Janine. I do decide to sit also in a meditation, but my meditation is usually after my prayer. So if you still have some time, if you have to, get up and use the restroom and get a glass of water, brush your teeth or whatever, you can do all this. But I usually do all this is combined in this prayer. And so after I take 5 to 10 minutes to pray, I will then still lay there and I will ask the spirit world to connect with me if there's something they want me to know. And so I feel, from my opinion, I'm still in between the sleep and awake state. So that means that I still have time. I'm still in this level, still in this vibration from sleep, from the spirit world. And usually you will hear either sounds, you maybe hear music, you might hear tones, you might hear something, your body might vibrate. So this happens in the morning time. This is in the morning. So I don't ask for healing in the morning. I send out my prayers and my intentions for other people. Now, as we go through the prayer, if you decide that you do not want to lay down and pray, let's say you want to get up and get breakfast, or do something else first, or walk your dog first, or attend to your family first, that's okay. When you pray, the way I pray, if I'm sitting up in the chair, I don't keep myself exactly straight. I just sit in a relaxed form, and I sit with my shoulders completely relaxed. I make sure that my feet and my legs are uncrossed, and I just lay my hands either on the lap or on the chair, and I sit and pray. So when I pray like this, what I will do is I will use the energies from my crown chakra. And as I pray, I will inhale and I will say the words to myself or out loud and push them up. That means I will push up the words through the back of my head, open the crown chakra, and send the vibrations out. You can either go directly forward, go up, or you can go out. And that's how I say my prayer. So what I'm doing is I'm raising my vibrations during this prayer. I'm raising them to the level of the 8th, 7th chakra, 8th chakra, 9th chakra, because I work with the 12 chakra system, which I'll explain in a different series. And so those energies, vibrations will go up. They will go up into the universe, and then that's how you can raise your vibrations during the prayer. Now, if you still have a little more time left, because we can add the prayer and the meditation together. So I would say 5 or 10 minutes to pray, and I send the words up on every exhale is when I send the words up. So after every exhale, I'll send the words up and I'll imagine them going up. And use it this time when you realize that your vibrations are starting to rise. You will feel tingles around the head. You will feel tingles, you will feel spirals, you will feel like something's moving around the head. And this is how I know that my vibrations have been lifted. Sometimes also during this process, you will feel around the third eye area, around the forehead, you will feel this vibrating. This can happen very fast, especially if you are a medium, if you do a lot of spiritual work, but it happens for everyone. It's just a practice of learning when to breathe the words up in the vibration, and you will start to feel these tingles, and that's when you know your vibrations have been raised. As the vibrations have now been raised, what I will do is I will put myself into a meditative state. Because my vibrations have already been raised, I am now in a light meditative trance state. So when I get to this point, what I will do is I will focus my attention from my eyes to the middle of my head. It's almost like you're looking cross-eyed, if you have your eyes open. I will center my attention to this area right here, and I would just breathe. But what I do is I breathe out, I breathe into the solar plexus, which is the belly area, and I breathe out through the forehead or the solar plexus or the third eye area. But I'm looking up with both eyes into this direction. It's almost like looking at a pointed triangle. And eventually, after a couple of minutes, what happens is your eyes will begin to relax. You become into that meditative state, and your eyes will automatically relax. And then you will feel your eyes going towards downwards. And then you just let yourself go. That's all you do is let yourself go. When you let yourself go, make sure that before you start that there's no candle burning or anything, because you don't want candle burning and maybe get knocked off, or if you have animals or something and they hop over the candle, if you got a burning cat or dog. I'm sorry, I just had to say it like this. But you want to make sure that nobody's catching on fire while you're going into that meditative state. The meditative state is not hard to go in. It's very, very easy. During this state, you will have maybe many thoughts in your head about work. What am I going to do today? What am I going to cook? What am I going to wear? What am I going to order online or something like this? You're always going to have these thoughts. Allow these thoughts to come through. Allow them to float. And then eventually they will just disappear. They will disappear. And yes, Janine, no house fires. You don't want a burning cat or dog running around. You don't want to burn your house out while you're meditating. Thank you. And you will begin to just float into it. Either your spirit will decide to float upwards or backwards or downwards. Now, this is the process of you going into a light, or I would say meditative trance state. And so you allow these pictures and these thoughts to come through your head and just allow them to flow through and flow out. You don't really pay any attention to them. You just allow them to come in and go, float in, float out, and just allow this to happen. You might want to set your alarm clock or a timer at this time, maybe for about 40 minutes. If you set it for like 30 minutes, then of course you'll wake up in 30 minutes. So you have 5 to 10 minutes of prayer, and then you have about 15, 20 minutes of meditation. When I'm sitting for a healing meditation, I would say for me, the healing will start after around 30 minutes. 30 minutes to build up the energy. If I'm working with my ancestors or with spirit work, I want the spirits to come in, I want the spirits to heal me, then I'm going to give it at least 30 minutes. If I'm working alone with my own chakras, I want at least 15 minutes to sit in a meditative state. I just had an orb fly past me. Wow. And so what you do is you're just going to sit and you're going to breathe and you're just going to allow yourself to relax. Make sure that you are sitting in a comfortable chair or sofa, that if you happen to tilt over, also that you don't fall off the chair. You don't want to hit your head on anything. That's because there have been a couple of times that I've actually meditated and fell out the chair. So you want to just sit and just breathe, but you don't want to concentrate on the breathing. The breathing, your body will automatically adjust to your body. Your body will automatically adjust to your breathing. So it doesn't matter if you're breathing really fast or if you're breathing really slow. Your body's going to always adjust to the vibration, and that will start to it would just take on, and you would just continue just to breathe. So some people breathe fast in meditation and it takes them a long time to slow down, where there's others that breathe just a normal breathing and the body goes down a little bit slower. Usually with me, I usually go down to about 35, 40 pulse. Usually after meditation, my pulse is usually 65/50, which is very, very low. It's because my body is so used to, after meditating over 30 years, this was how my body reacts to meditation. So you're just going to allow your body to go into a relaxed state. I would say after about 20 minutes of sitting like this, your body will go in a sleep state. Your body will go into a sleep state, but your consciousness will still be awake. So you might think, oh, I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping. I'm not awake, but I can hear everything around me. I can see everything around me even with your eyes closed, because you get a lot of, I would say, visuals. Maybe if you're working with spirit work, spirits will come past you and they will say hello and they will look at you. You might even astral project, with your conscious level. And this can happen very quickly in meditation. This is just a practice. If you practice every day for 30 minutes, you can meditate and slip into the astral world. That's how it happens with me every time. So anyone can do this. You don't have to be a professional spiritual worker to experience this feeling. And so you just allow yourself to go down, and you will feel like your body is almost disappearing. That's the feeling that I get when I sit and meditate. It feels almost like from the neck down, there is nothing left and I can't feel anything. And you just allow yourself to go through. And when you're in this stage, you might see colors, see a lot of colors. These are colors are usually of your own chakra. These are your own chakra energies that are combined together with the universe, and is creating a healing effect. Even though you didn't ask for healing, it's still creating a healing effect. And you practice this. I would say you can practice this twice a week if you want to. You can practice this 5 days a week, 7 days a week. I sit three times a day. I sit in the morning for an hour. I sit in the afternoon, and I sit again for an hour at nighttime. Depends on how much spirit work I have to do after my normal job. Now we're going to get to the point of sleeping. When you sleep, right before you go to sleep, your body and your spirit is already going to this transition. In my opinion, when we lay down to go to sleep, of course, we travel into the dream world. We have lucid experiences. We travel to the astral planes and things like this. But your body's preparing to sleep. Doesn't matter what time it is, your body's preparing to sleep. So either you can choose to sit up and stay seated and pray and meditate, because I always feel like prayer is always like an invitation to the meditation. It's always an invitation to the spirit world, to your ancestors. I use a lot of energy, healing energy from my ancestors. And for those who are not practicing any particular spiritual activities, you can ask for your ancestors to come and join you, to heal you. Your ancestors are always, I would tell people, the first line of spirit world or connections that you want to have with you to bring healing, because they're part of your DNA, they're part of your bloodline. Ask for your ancestors. Sometimes ancestors will pop up that you don't know who they are. You have no idea. You've never seen them before. I've had ancestors pop up from Africa. You know, some of you had bones in their ears and nose and stuff, you know, and I was like, oh, who's this? You know, so I'm quite sure there was somebody from Africa and my ancestors, and that's who they were. And so they will always appear first. They always appear first at the beginning. If you are not participating in any type of spiritual activities, ancestors are always good to call on your ancestors. They're the ones that's going to come through and bring you the most healing. Grandmothers, mothers, aunts, uncles, and family members that you have in the spiritual world. So if you decide to participate in this and you want to pray and meditate, again, I always recommend to people twice. Once in the morning with intentions, first to thank the universe, to bless the species, all of the species. I pray for all of the animals, the birds, the water, the trees. I pray for everything. And then I pray for everybody else. And then I will just say, you know, universe or God or spirit world, allow me just to have a wonderful day. And in this time that I'm praying and sending out my intentions of prayer, I will ask the universe to show me symbols, show me some type of symbols during the day that I can just pick up, because sometimes you might see something, let's say you look up in the clouds, and maybe from your vision, your third eye, you see a cloud or something, and it's a certain form, or it looks like someone's face, because it's like cloudmancy. I think cloudomancy is called. And so you don't have to really go and Google what's going on. You just take it in, because the universe will show you symbols. You can ask the universe in the morning time a question. You can ask the universe a question in the morning. Maybe something's on your mind for a long time and you want to ask a question. And during the day, you will always, I would say, I'm going to say always, you will always get an answer from the universe. So let's go back to nighttime. I hope I'm not talking too fast, because I know Mia told me don't talk too fast, because I get in my mode and I talk fast. Nighttime. Before you go to bed, you can either choose to sit and pray and meditate, or you can choose to do it right before you go to bed. Now, if you do it right before you go to bed, there are some times that I go lay in the bed at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm very tired. I feel fit. I lay in the bed and I know I'm sleepy. So what I'll do is I will pray, and then I'll eventually fall asleep. So it's never amen, thank God for anything at the end, because I pray and I go and I sink off into the sleep state, into the meditative sleep state, which then I find myself either waking up in a dream or waking up in the astral world or waking up someplace, but then I am fully aware that I am awake. So what I do is, when I go to pray, there are sometimes that I will pray when I'm sitting. If you sit and pray, try not to sit in a very lit room. Try to keep the room a little dim. There are some people, of course, that like to sit in the dark. Sometimes I will sit in the dark. I have no problems with the dark, but maybe you want to sit maybe with just a little light on, or light on in the hallway. Again, you don't want to use any candles, because if you use candles and if you have animals or something gets knocked over, you don't want to wake up. You don't want to make up to a Burning Man festival. I had to say this. I know. I got all these funny jokes in my head. You don't want to wake up to a Burning Man festival. You don't want to wake up. And you don't want to wake up on the other side from catching everything on fire. So I would recommend don't use a candle. What you can use is you can use a fake candle. I would say one of these candles like this that's not really a candle. It's battery operated. And so you can use one of those. You can also change the lights. You can order them, I guess, well, I'm in Germany. You can order them from Amazon someplace, or I don't know where you go in the States, but you can order a fake candle. It doesn't have to flicker, but this is a safe way. If it falls down, nothing is going to happen, and you don't have to worry about waking up on the other side. That's what I'm going to say. Waking up on the other side is the wrong place if you're just meditating. So you're going to use this candle, use this light if you are fearful of the dark, because not everybody likes the dark. And I know with most spiritual workers, when we start working or doing any type of prayer, meditation in the dark, our spirit guides come, our spirit team come, and they walk around, and yes, Sandy, LED candle, you're right, LED. I call it fakey candles, fakies. I have a lot of them. Some flicker, some don't, but I like to use them if I'm working with someone, if I'm working in the dark, because I just don't trust using real candles. And I've also had the experience of, if I'm using real candles, and if you have a lot of spiritual energy around you, sometimes the spiritual energy, they will make the candles flicker, and they will spit out maybe little flames. So that's another reason I would say, if you're sitting by yourself, don't use a real candle, because sometimes, if your energy is very high, the candle flames will go up and you might show a flame somewhere. So I would consider using an LED candle. Thanks, Sandy. So if we sit in the dark and we're sitting down in the chair, make sure you're comfortable. Make sure, again, that you're not sitting anywhere where there are any sharp items, anything that you might fall, might go to sleep, because you're already going into this transitional stage from awake to going to sleep. And so, again, I would still implement a prayer. Prayer is always a great way to raise those vibrations, or to lower those vibrations. Now, of course, we're going into the nighttime. So when I say raise the vibrations, you would probably ask, why would I want to raise my vibrations before I go to bed? I raise my vibrations before I go to bed to go into that meditative state. It's to put me in that realm of vibrations where I'm able to heal. I'm able to connect with either my ancestors, either connect with my own spirit, because I know that my spirit is there waiting to travel off and heal, because that's what happens, in my opinion, only in my opinion tonight, that's what happens at nighttime. And so what you want to do is you will want to go into a small prayer. But this time your prayer is not only, you can say thank you for a wonderful day. That's always wonderful to say. And always, again, thank either the Holy Divine God or whoever you believe in, because everybody has different beliefs of prayer. And that is, I believe, one thing that we all have in common in the world. No matter what religion we have, everybody has said a prayer for something, for some reason. That prayer, I say that prayer, and again, what I will do is I will breathe in my solar plexus this time, and I will breathe out, and I will push the words up. With every exhale, I will push the words up and out. And when you then start feeling either your body vibrating, or around your head, you might feel around your face, you might feel energy. It could be energy from yourself, from your spirit, or it could be energy from the spirit world that's coming. Most of us that work in the spiritual realm, most likely your spirit guides are there, and they're waiting to do what they do. And so during this time of this healing prayer, you will ask either your ancestors or ask your spirit world to heal you. Ask the spirit world to heal you. Bring in those energies from the universe to heal you. During this 5 or 10 minutes that you are sitting in this prayer, you will feel your body vibrate. You might feel some arms wrapped around you. Maybe you might feel around your face, someone's touching you around your hair. But it's just the spirit world. And that what they're doing is they're preparing for you to go to sleep so that they can do their healing. And so you sit for 5 or 10 minutes. I would say no less than 5 minutes, because it takes about 5 minutes to actually say a really good prayer. I never have a set prayer that I do when I pray, because words carry a tone and words carry a vibration. So maybe today, maybe I wasn't in a good mood today. So if I say a certain word, maybe it might not sound like the word that I used, the same word I used the day before when I was really happy about something. So I do believe in just being true to your heart, being true to yourself, and just say the prayer. So every exhale, I will say the prayer, I will say the words, and I'll push it out. I imagine it just going out into the world, into the universe. And when I start feeling, and that moment when I start feeling the connection, I start feeling energetic connection with me, that's when I will stop praying. You don't have to say amen. You don't have to say, God, thank you. You stop praying. And then again, you will direct your eyes up to the middle of your forehead. You will direct it up in this area right here. You will direct it up. At the beginning, it might seem a little strenuous to have your eyes looking up like this, maybe for about 1 or 2 minutes. And what you're going to do is you're going to breathe into the solar plexus and you're going to breathe out. You're going to breathe out and expand. And this right here, what it's doing is the vibrations, we can say from the spirit world, in my case, if I'm working with spirits to heal me, to come and heal me, they're going to come down. They're going to come down. If I'm working with my ancestors, I will always see them also right here in this area right here, or if any spirits are coming in, or if you see your own energy. If you're using your own energy and you're not using the spirit world, because it's what you ask for. If you want to pray and meditate and work with the spirit world, then you ask and it shall be given. If you decide you don't want to work with the spirit world, then you ask for prayers and ask for the spirit world. Ask for the universe to come and heal you, and you can heal the universe. There are so many different types of lovely, beautiful energies out here that will also heal you. And you look up in your mind's eye. When you look up in your mind's eye, there are some times after practicing, I would say the most time I've practiced before with people that I've mentored, after 2 weeks, they were able to see what we call the blue pearl. The blue pearl, you'll start seeing a little blue dot. You'll start seeing little blue dots. This is called the blue pearl. I can explain this to you later, or you can Google it. This is the blue pearl that's coming through. At this time also, when you're meditating and you're in this state of mind, there is a possibility that you will start seeing little bright circles of lights. Now, this is a different subject that I'll get into at a later date. I call them, for me, not just little blue dots or little yellow dots. They're, for me, wormholes, because when you start to go a little bit deeper into meditation, you can actually go and move your consciousness inside of a wormhole, and you can travel. You can do travel. So that's just another time that we can talk about something like this. Then as you sit here and you breathe through, eventually your eyes are going to get relaxed. Your vibrations are raised, and you will most likely feel your body start to vibrate. It will start to vibrate, not only vibrate, but you will feel like it's starting to disappear. And you just let your mind just go. Just let your mind just go. And then eventually your eyes will move down to the bottom and just let yourself go. If you train yourself with this, you can also tell your inner self to wake me up completely after 30 minutes, completely after 40 minutes, or completely after 50 minutes or an hour. So you're just going to just sit there, and you can allow the spirit world or your ancestors or just the energies from your own chakras to heal your body. Allow this to happen. And this is the same if you lay down. If you're going to lay down in the bed, don't be worried if you're going to go to sleep, because it's normal. If you're going to go to sleep, you're going to go to sleep, and they're still going to do the healing. So I always ask for my healing from the universe at nighttime, because I know that my spiritual body is going to eventually travel to a different realm. That means that the spirit world, my ancestors, or God, because I also pray to God. I've prayed to God many times, and He's came through and He's healed me through Jesus. I've seen Jesus. I woke up and all of a sudden I realized that I'm standing here with Jesus, and He's either looking at me or standing around, probably wondering too, why am I here? But yeah, that's what usually happens. So this is usually, somebody just said they just started seeing something. I didn't see it all the way. It's different. Seeing blue. Yes, Janine, last couple of weeks. Yes, that's the blue pearl. And you see this is a very high vibration. This is like, you can Google it. Can't really explain it. Blue pearl I've been seeing for a long time. You see that blue pearl, and I'm gonna get back to what I'm doing. As far as laying down is the same. You lay down, you pray, and then you keep it short, and you ask the universe to bring you that healing, and then you meditate. But you don't have to end the prayer, and you don't have to end the meditation. You just fall asleep. You just let yourself go. Just let yourself go. Now, there are some times that you might, after you meditate, you pray and meditate, that you might feel your body vibrating. And with that vibration, there are some times, hi, Karen. Hi, how you doing? That you will start to vibrate and you will hear a buzzing sound in your ear. Now, when you hear this buzzing sound, don't be afraid. Your body's preparing yourself to astral project. And so we can discuss this another time with the astral projection. But if you hear the buzzing sound, I would say if you're not afraid, if you have no fear, until we discuss it at a different time, just let it happen and see what happens. Okay, we'll see, because we can talk about this another time. So we're going to go back to Janine with the blue light. Yes, the blue lights. Those are the blue pearls, and that's just that's when your vibrations get so high doing meditation that you see that blue light, and as you continue to meditate and reach those higher realms of meditation with your vibrations, that little blue dot is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then it'll start off tiny and it'll get big. And then what happens is your conscious mind will move towards that blue pearl. You can actually move your mind into consciousness into that blue pearl. And it'll usually, around it by me, it's usually gray on the outside or white, and it's usually moving mists of light. And I go inside the blue pearl. And again, that's a different topic that we can eventually talk about. But yes, go into the blue pearl. So when you know that you start seeing the blue pearl, the blue lights, you are a very high existence, I would say. And it's almost like reaching other dimensions. You're going to a very high dimension. And it happens very fast for a lot of people who meditate. So just meditate. Don't expect it. But when you see it, just enjoy it. And then eventually you will get to the point where you can move towards that blue light. And it's the same with the wormholes. You can move inside of them. There have been times that I've moved inside one. I ended up one time in a spaceship with some gray people, and they were all sitting around with lights and stuff. So yeah, it depends on where you go. I never know where I'm going to end up when I go into a wormhole. It just happens, but it happens. But yes. Janine is saying, oh wow, never thought about it. Only shows very fast and very small. Yes, very fast and very small. It comes in, it goes out, it comes in, it goes out. But you are at that heightened state in meditation where it's starting to show, it's starting to appear to you. And it gets bigger and bigger. Yeah, it gets bigger. And that's when usually also, for me, the astral projection takes place. It takes place when that blue hole. Your body, you will realize that your body's asleep, but your consciousness is awake. You're seeing that blue hole and that blue light, and it will bring you. It's almost like it attracts you. It's attracted to you, and you'll find yourself going closer and closer to it. And that's also another way that people always are starting to get into the state of astral projection, is getting that blue light. When you get that blue light, it's for only me. I'm not going to say for everyone else. I can tell you from my experiences. That's for me. I know that from there, I can experience astral projection. So that's the way I pray and meditate. And like I say, I always pray first. I give in the morning, and I ask to receive at night the healing. When I ask about the healing, when you are laying down in the bed or sitting up before bed, you might feel spirits, you might feel energy around your knees, around your feet, your ankles, your arms, wherever that is. It's nothing to be afraid of. Nothing's coming out of the wall to get you anything. That's just the spirit world, your spirit team, usually your ancestors. They're coming to give you healing. And it's nothing prettier than when your ancestors come and give you healing. You may see them, you may feel them, you may hear them speak with you. And so that's why I made this topic today, prayer with meditation, because prayer is always, it raises the vibrations. Doesn't matter who you're praying to, it's your choice to pray. You pray to whoever you want to pray to, because everyone has their own beliefs. But the prayer is the first thing that raises those vibrations. You build up those vibrations. And then you just automatically, you're going to go into a meditative state. And you heal. And you heal, for me, in my opinion, you heal at night when you're sleeping. Because this gives the time for your spirit to do whatever it wants to do. And it heals the spirit world, God, beings, gives a chance to come and heal your physical body. You can also at this time also pray that they also bring healing maybe to someone else that you might want to heal. But like I said, for me, I always pray in the day for other people to heal. And I pray at nighttime to heal myself. So it's all about praying and keeping myself fit. And it's not just about praying and meditating and healing my inner self. It's just praying that I become aware of everything around me the next day. I also pray for that, not just for physical healing. It's just to pray, just to be within myself, because we have so much going on around us every day. We have this going on, so much turmoil going on. And so we want to make sure that we protect ourselves by praying and meditating. So it's not just about being religious. It's just about praying and praying for people, and I think this is a way to pray for other people, and just to be able to pray to settle your own energies down during the day. You know, things happen, bad things happen, negative, positive things happen, everything happen, and I see it as just life. I don't see it as I'm being I have something bad that's happened to me for a certain reason. I see this as just life. This is just life happening. So if something bad is happening to me on a particular day, I'm going to weigh in and say, okay, well, I still woke up in the morning. I'm awake. I'm able to drink. I'm able to swallow. I'm able to use both hands, both feet. So it can't be that bad. And so this is the way that I pray and meditate together. And like I said, breathing, don't force your breathing. Breathing will come and your body will automatically regulate how you want to breathe. So you don't even think about it. You just let everything just go and just go into it. And you wake up in the morning, again, before you turn on your television, before you check your emails, anything, go in and just, yes, Sandy, riding the wave of life. That's what it is. Some days are like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm even here. There are some days I do question myself, like, why in the hell am I here? I question myself a lot. Why am I here? Why am I here? And sometimes I get an answer. Sometimes I think my spirit guides, I think they just ignore me because they probably think something's wrong with me most of the time, because I'm always asking the same question. But I ask the question pretty often. So with this, what I'm saying is we're going to ask for others in the morning, set the intentions for morning, and at night we're going to ask for our own healing. Because in the morning time, I feel we are very awake. The earth, the animals, everything is, so much energy is around. And this is the time to send out your attentions to heal other people, to ask for healing, or to ask that someone has a good day. So we don't always have to ask for healing. We can ask, hey, if I'm having a bad financial struggle or something, I'm going to ask at nighttime. That's also a type of healing at nighttime. I'm going to ask the Spirit, well, show me a way give me a reason, give me something, a clue or something of how I can maybe better my financial situation. Maybe they might show you someone at nighttime, a picture of a friend of yours. Maybe it might come a glance of a picture of a friend of yours and say, hey, they're giving you a reason to say, hey, go and talk to that friend. Just talk to that friend. Maybe that friend might give you some ideas. So we're all here to help each other. We should all be here to help each other regardless of what religious beliefs we have. And so with this, we have the prayer and we have the meditation. Next week, we will talk about crystals. There are specific crystals that I use for healing myself, and there are also crystals that I use the energy to set the intentions and send the intentions out for other people. Crystals for me are not just things that you put up to decorate your area. They're very high spiritual beings. It's a part of earth. So it doesn't matter what religion you're in, it's a part of earth. They're very high spiritual, and you can connect with them. So next week I will talk about how to look at a crystal, how to pray while holding a crystal and meditating with a crystal. I will only share my techniques that I use to connect with the crystal, how I connect with the crystal, when I use the crystal, and various crystals that I use for particular things. I don't use a whole bunch of crystals. I have specific crystals that I use, and I probably have a lot of the same crystals that in where we live at our home. But I use the same type of crystals, and everybody has a certain type of crystals that blends with their vibration. So I will talk about how to find the crystal that will blend with your vibration, and how to connect with the crystal, because the crystals also have a message to give you. And then the following week, like I said, I'll talk about the bowls, the Tibetan bowls, and how to use them on the body, on yourself, and on other people. And then I'll talk about the tuning forks, that we use, that I use. Those are vibrational forks that I use within the outside of the biofield and on the body. So I use different ones also. So this all comes together. But like I said, everything that I do is with a prayer and a meditation. And it doesn't matter how you pray, how you meditate. These are just my ways that I'm showing you how you can heal yourself. It might not happen that you relieve your pain at that moment, that day. You might feel that next day. You still might feel your body vibrating. You still might feel your body. Yes, Mia, I have a bunch. I'm overdosing on tuning forks and crystals. I know. I'm one of those energy frequency freaks. You would want to call me. It's probably why I don't go to sleep at night, because I have so many crystals here in my house that they're keeping me awake. And so that's what we'll talk about next week. And so again, when using them, I'm still going to tell you how I use them, and I add the prayer and the meditation to it. It's very, very important for me in my practices. Even when I'm practicing and healing someone else, I implement the prayer and the meditation, and it's very easy. And so what I was also thinking for my viewers that are here today, or for anyone that's watching, I am going to offer on Tuesday on a Zoom. This Zoom will be, I would say, probably around 10 o'clock at night. I'm going to offer a 30-minute Zoom. I'm going to place the Zoom chat room on this page with the Zoom number, and 30 minutes we're all going to sit together, and we're going to all sit together, and I'm going to show you how we're going to pray and add the meditation to it and bring those energies, how you can bring those energies into your body. And so I'm going to post a Zoom link on this webpage so that you can come onto the Zoom for 30 minutes, and we all sit together and we can practice this. It's very easy. It's not hard, and anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. And so this is what I'm going to post on my webpage. Does anyone have any questions? Thank you all for coming. I know this is my first time. Hopefully next time that my laptop is functioning right. Does anyone have any questions? No questions, because I don't want to keep everyone so long, because I know everyone's out and about trying to enjoy themselves. So I leave everyone with goodwill, and I send you all my blessings. And I will see you all most likely on Tuesday. You're welcome to come. You're welcome to share. I think my Zoom can only accept 100 people, but I don't think that many people will come because most people are out and enjoying themselves. So I will post that Zoom link, and we can all sit together. And the following week, if I ask you to bring a crystal, just bring a crystal with you, because I am actually going to show a technique on live where you can use your own crystal of your choice. So it's not you don't have to have a specific crystal, just one that you have in your house, that you have with you. And I'm going to show you a connection technique that I use to connect the crystal so that you can get information from the crystal. So I thank you all, and hopefully I'll see you all on Tuesday, and I'm sending you a lot of blessings, and God bless you all. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Sandy, Kat, Janine, Mia, Janine. Yeah, I said Janine already. And everybody that's here. And you're welcome to share this out. This is information I think it's good for everyone to learn how to heal themselves. Thank you. Bye-bye.